Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another game haul for you guys, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, so I don't know if my phone's going to pick it up, but if you hear background noise, it's because the other person that lives here is in the shower. But hopefully it's not going to pick it up. But alright guys, so I have another game haul here with you. It's used except for one thing in this stack. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So I'll start with this amiibo. I got another Splatoon amiibo. This one is the green squid. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump the tripod there. This one is the green squid, and I had Googled and thought that this one was supposed to get us the other character on Animal Crossing, and I actually already tested it, and it does not. It gets me the same character that this one that I already had from GameStop is getting me, and I got this one off eBay, just a couple bucks, just like this one was from GameStop from our previous haul, but that's unfortunate because I don't even have Splatoon, and I didn't want to bother trying to like send this back to the person on eBay. It's not their fault. It was only a couple dollars. So I'm just going to keep it. Maybe eventually I'll get the Splatoon games. I don't know. If not, it'll just be on my amiibo shelf in my collection. No big deal. But next up, this one just finally came today. This is a Zelda amiibo. This is Link. And I actually didn't know when I was getting this off of eBay. This seems to possibly actually be just a an actual Japanese amiibo here. It's not in English on the back. So I'm guessing this is actually from Japan and not an American one. I hope that this one is going to work on my Switch, because some things from Japan, some of their games are region locked. According to Google, I had my fiance look it up for me before he got into the shower, since he had a chance real quick. He already had his phone in his hand, so I got him to Google it for me, and he said that it should work. So I guess I'm going to find out. But yeah, I guess it's not actually new in the package here. It does have tape on it. I don't know if it's brand new, if that's taped from a store, if the people taped it from eBay. It's not really that concerning to me either way, but I'm gonna have to try to see if this works and gets us the other characters on Animal Crossing or not. And if not, again, I just will add this to my collection. I do have a Zelda game, so that's okay. All right, so next in the stack we have a DS game. So this is Brain Age 2, more training in minutes a day. So I have the first one, and this one was only $3 at Goodwill. So this is now going to be in my collection as well. And next up, we have a Wii game of Wreck-It Ralph. I didn't have this one, so be able to add this to the collection now. Also $3 from Goodwill. Hopefully it's in decent condition in there. They don't actually let you see them. When you get the games at Goodwill, these are all like in a case behind the register. So when you pay for them, that's when they put them in the box. Dance Central 3 for Kinect on Xbox 360. I do have a Kinect. I actually haven't used it before, but I'm going to add this to my Kinect collection. And I don't know. From what I heard, the Kinect doesn't work that well, but I also just have a game collection. So either way, one of these days I might hook it up and try it. But here's another 360 Kinect game we have here, Just Dance 3. Also $3 from Goodwill. Throwing that into the collection as well. All right. And then finally in our stack for this haul for today, we have a PS4 game called Little Big Planet 3. It was also $3. I've never played this game before. I want to say one of my friends, Ashley, really loves this game. It looks like there should be 2 discs in here, and there's only 1. If there's actually supposed to be 2 discs, then they're not both in here. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't really say, but it seems like maybe there should have been. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section. I don't know. I don't see anything on the sticker that says for sure. Maybe it's just the box that they had to put it in. Because usually on there it would have said like 2 discs somewhere or something. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But all right, guys, let me move all this back into frame here. Thank you all so very much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. And if you guys want, you can like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can ring the notification bell, and it'll let you know when I post new videos. I do post new videos like this weekly, and I have actual gameplay videos that I put up pretty much daily. So please do stick around and check those out. Everything that you might be looking for is a nice organized playlist, very easy to see whatever it is that you're looking for. I have other haul videos like this other than video games. I have books, movies, yarn, trading cards, you name it, stuff like that. I have unhauls. I have trading card pack openings. I also have unboxings from stores like GameStop, Walmart, Target, Amazon, book of the month, all sorts of different things, snack boxes. And I do put up TikTok shorts here and there. I put up a video once a month about what I'm reading every month. So plenty of content for sure. So please do subscribe and stick around. I would genuinely appreciate it. And thank you all again so very much for being here. Wish me luck with this amiibo. Hopefully this will work on the Animal Crossing game. And hopefully we'll be able to also just in general use it on my Switch since it is not an American one. So fingers crossed. But thank you all again so very much for being here. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys. All right, guys, so bonus footage here. I did end up asking my dad before I opened the Zelda figure. I was like, you know, hey, was this figure supposed to be brand new according to the post? And he was like, yeah, it's supposed to be brand new. And I was like, okay, well, here's the thing. I explained to him, like, it wasn't an American figure. And, like, if it didn't work on the game, it wouldn't be considered brand new anymore if I opened it. And that my fiance, I looked it up, and he said that it should work. It shouldn't be region locked or anything. And he said, well, go ahead and open it. And so I opened it, and I was like, okay, well, there's only one way I'm going to be able to see if it works or not. So I brought up my Animal Crossing game, and I went to play with the amiibo. But when I tried to scan it into the Animal Crossing game, it wouldn't read it. And I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not going to work for this. But I had also noticed when I took it out of the package, it didn't have any writing on the bottom of it like all of my American ones do. And I couldn't really tell for sure, but it didn't feel to me like there was actually the little NFC reader chip thing inside of it. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just the wrong Zelda figure, even though I Googled it ahead of time. It should have been the correct one to get the special Zelda Animal Crossing characters. So I got out my Zelda game where I have the Zelda game for Switch, and I tried to scan it on there, and it also didn't work. So I was like, I mean, it's not working on here either. I think this thing is fake. And, like, I took videos and pictures, which you'll see them in here. I got down my little Animal Crossing figure that I had on the shelf to compare, like, the top and bottom, or, like, the bottoms. You can see the top and bottom picture. So my real one, that's the Animal Crossing one, is on top. And the one that's the Zelda one that came from eBay is at the bottom. And, there's no writing on it. And apparently, no matter where they're made from, America, UK, China, Japan, it doesn't matter. Like, they should always have writing on them at the bottom, which I did not know. And like I said, the more I looked at it, I was pretty sure it was fake. And then I remembered that the Switch actually has an Amiibo reader built into it. And so did the Switch too, where you can test the Amiibos. So I went into the settings and brought that up, and I scanned it, and you can watch the video clip and see me scan it, and it's working for my Animal Crossing one that I already had here that is real, and it wouldn't do anything with the Zelda one. And I also talked to my friend about it. So she purposely got counterfeit Amiibo cards that are just the little NFC reader chips. And she showed me pictures and showed me hers working on her Switch, which you'll also see in here because I asked her about it and she was cool with me showing you. And she was like, mine work fine. I paid $15 for them. But I purposely bought a figure that, to my knowledge, was supposed to be a real figure. And that way I could just add it to my Amiibo collection to have it on the shelf and stuff too. So once I realized it was a fake, I looked at the actual figure itself closer. And I was like, you can actually tell the longer I was staring at it, the color of his eyes and the color of his hair and stuff, everything looked off. It looked cheap. I was like, this actually doesn't look like the figure is supposed to look. So on the eBay listing for the Zelda figure, it was just showing a stock image that you would have seen on a store website. And it didn't have an actual hand or a table, something that was a real image to it. So I told my dad, he was on the phone with me while I was doing all of these pictures and images and recording and stuff. And he was like, well, let me message them on eBay. You still owe me $20 odd, whatever it was for it. I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do here? Because I'm like, do you want to ship it back? Try to get the money back? Because I was like, I don't really want to keep it because it's a fake. And so he ended up messaging these people, which this all happened over a few days. He asked the person if they knew that it was fake or not. And he asked them about trying to get the money back and stuff and to see what they would say. So the people contacted him and they were just like, if you pay shipping to return it, we will refund you if you're not happy with it. But it's probably going to cost you more in shipping to send it back to us than it would be worth. How about we just give you a 10% discount off of the purchase price and you just keep it and give us a good review. And he told me, my dad looked at his eBay account and so it said that it came from Jamaica, New York. And it took a while to get here. It actually ended up being late anyways. But the seller was based in the UK. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make much sense. And then also, if you look into the video when I'm showing you the backside of the Amiibo, I actually was wondering if it was retaped. Because the tape looks kind of dark and old, but it kind of looks like a packing tape. And I figured that maybe it was just because the figure was brand new and never been opened or anything. But now, after examining it more, I do think either the package was resealed or this was a fake thing. But this figure was 100% fake. So I honestly, from the sound of it and the way they responded to him, I think that they knew it was fake and they've done stuff like this before. I'm not going to blast the seller's name on here or anything. And it's not my eBay account. It was my dad's because I've had trouble with eBay myself. I had my PayPal hacked through there and they messed up my bank account and stuff. So I got rid of my eBay account a long time ago. But, so I had no choice but to let my dad handle the situation and then just like talk to me about what he ended up doing. They settled on some kind of discount because my dad didn't want to go through the effort of sending it back and paying the back shipping, like shipping to get it back to them and all that stuff. So he told me just to keep it, and they gave him back like $6.90 out of 20 something. And he still left them a good review, like they asked him to. And I think maybe their review wouldn't be so high because they had a really high, it wasn't 100%, it wasn't positive, but it was a pretty high review. So I'm thinking they knew what they were doing. Like the whole situation just seemed kind of sketchy, and that might be why their rating's still so high. You know, because they're talking people like him into leaving a positive review, even after things weren't great. But I told him, you know, if we would have ended up sending it back, there's a lot of people looking into these figures right now with the Animal Crossing game. And I was like, you know, they'd probably just send it out to the next person and screw over the next person with it. So I was just like, you know, I guess it might be a good thing that you didn't end up wanting to like return it to the sender. Because I told him, I was like, you might not have to pay shipping if you just choose return to sender, and I put it back, you know, in the package and close it back up. But again, he didn't want to do that. So I still have the figure here. It's upsetting. You know, eventually I want to try to get the little fake cards like Ashley got, because then I still will be able to get the characters on the Animal Crossing game. But I have to wait till I get more money. This has all been expensive and a hassle and everything. It's too much for right now. But yeah, it's a lesson learned. And if you guys use eBay, make sure you actually see like an image that looks like a real item in somebody's hand, because that's not the case on this one. It was just like a little stock photo. And I mean, I also told my dad, though, he buys a lot of stuff at like flea markets, yard sales, thrift stores, stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know, if you would have bought it at like a flea market or yard sale and saw the person like one time, you would have never seen them again. So you wouldn't even have had the opportunity to get like the $6.90 back, I guess. So I was like, you know, I guess it still is better than nothing, but like a lesson learned at the same time. So yeah, unfortunately right now, guys, I cannot do anything else with my amiibos to bring in the Zelda characters for Animal Crossing. Hopefully eventually, but I told my friend Ashley, I was like, it's pretty ironic. I purposely bought like to me, what I thought was a legit figure, and mine didn't work, and I ended up with a counterfeit figure, and she purposely bought counterfeit stuff, and hers worked. So, yeah, it's just, you live and you learn, but, you know, it's okay, and hopefully eventually I'll be able to get the other ones, and I guess I'm just going to have this fake figure from here on out, just as a reminder. But alright guys, you already heard the outro. I'm not going to do it again, but, you know, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Just be careful what you do. Bye, guys.